Good morning, Oliver, and welcome. You have just stepped into your new role as director of the ILO's Bureau for Workers' Activities, ACTRAV. What motivated you to join the ILO and take on this leadership position?
Well, coming from the trade union movement is a big privilege for me to join the ILO, this unique and very special international organization. I think serving our tripartite constituents, governments, workers, employers is it's a unique opportunity for me to bring in my experience. I'm absolutely dedicated to support the Director General and the office of the ILO to move forward with our mandate and to move forward to promote social justice and decent work worldwide. Having said this, I think our role as ACTRAV is a double one. First of all, of course, we bring in the perspective of trade unions within the ILO, but we are also serving directly our constituents, trade union organizations around the world. This is a big challenge, but a challenge that really I like to take. And what I found is a highly motivated and dedicated team here in the house, and I really look forward to work with all of them.
You began your career with the Austrian Trade Union Federation and went to represent workers at the European level as head of the OGB Brussels, which is the acronym of the Austrian trade unions. And also you have been the president of the European Economic and Social Committee. My question to you will be to know what first sparked your commitment to the trade union movement, and also we want to know, were there any key people or moments that shaped your journey?
Well, what really drives my whole trade union career is my ambition to give those a voice who are often not heard. And my first experience, my first really landmark experience was during my studies, because I had to work to finance my studies, and I worked in a warehouse for agricultural machinery spare parts. And there I could really see how is the daily life of blue-collar workers. For us as students, it was the same, but we knew that we come there for a while. But these people, these workers, they spend their whole working life in this company. And I could see how important it is to take collective action, to move forward in order to improve working conditions. And I think this was the first moment where I really saw how important it is to give those people a voice who are often not heard. And this actually has driven my whole career in the trade union, in the Austrian Trade Union Federation, where I met a lot of committed people, but once again, colleagues from the work floor, trade unionists, shop stewards, gave me really inspirations. And I always tried to serve them in the trade union movement, but also in the European Economic and Social Committee, where I always tried also to foster and to promote multilateralism. And I'm really happy to bring in this experience here in the ILO.
You talk about your experience from the European level, but my question is in today's increasingly complex global environment, how do you see the tripartism and social dialogue as essential strength, especially for the multilateral system?
Well, I think the ILO's century-long history is a testament to its resilience and relevance. And what I said at the beginning, what makes the ILO and its structure really unique is bringing together governments, employers, and workers to shape the world of work through social dialogue. And especially in times when not only social rights, but multilateralism, cooperation, international cooperation is under attack. It is our task really to defend multilateralism and to bring it again at the forefront. And I'm convinced that multilateralism without tripartite cooperation between our constituents will not work. Therefore, social dialogue is really essential. It's key. If we want to bring decent work and workers' rights, again, as a priority on the agenda, we need the involvement of all constituents. And therefore, I see the role of the ILO really as a very essential one, especially in these difficult times. But let's take it as a challenge and as an opportunity, and not only as a risk, and see this global situation also as an opportunity to strengthen again multilateralism.
Oliver, as you know, the ILO is a normative organization, a standard-setting organization. So what's your view about that, in particular, to strengthen the international labor standards from the ILO?
Well, to strengthen international labor standards is our core business and our core priority. And I can see that this is more important than ever. And I would really like to emphasize that this is important for all regions around the world. It's not only for those who are maybe lagging behind when it comes to wages, when it comes to social justice, to workers' rights. No, it is important for everybody. For everybody, even in those countries where we thought for a long time we are actually immune against setbacks. No, we need it. We need collective action, and we need really this international standard for all countries. Therefore, I'm really committed to contribute to it, and we are just ahead of the governing body. We will have the ILC, and I think the role of ACTRAV is really an important one to contribute to this process.
As you begin your role as director of ACTRAV, what are your key priorities into this department?
Well, as I said, I found a highly motivated and professional team. So I think I can really build on the achievements of ACTRAV, but I would like to bring in some principles. One is optimism, even in challenging times for multilateralism, but also for the ILO. I think we should not lose our optimism. We should see where's our strength, and we have a lot of strength. We have also achievements. So look into our priorities, focus on priorities, and do this with optimism. So I think we can, together here in the ILO, with our constituents, and as ACTRAV, of course, with our trade unions, we can achieve our goals. The second point is teamwork. The ILO, the strength of the ILO is to speak in the end with one voice and to have consensus. And the same is true for ACTRAV. So I want to have one ACTRAV which serves also the trade unions and here in the House, the ILO, and to support the Director General. And last but not least, impact. Our aim is really not only to support trade unions, but to achieve results which are, I would say, an advantage for all our constituents, for all the tripartite constituents. And therefore, really, I would really much focus on results and on impact. This will be something I will bring in the work of ACTRAV in the next years.
Coming back now to the labor movement, as you know, the world of work is under pressure from many directions, let's say from demographic shifts, technological disruptions, and climate change. These challenges are deeply affecting the workers and their organizations. So what is your message to the labor movement as it navigates to this global crisis?
Well, I think the role of trade unions and of workers' representatives is more essential than ever. We are facing challenges. We are facing multiple transitions, of course, the climate change, the digital change, and many others. And if we want to have these transitions, to manage these transitions in an inclusive way and in a way that leaves no one behind, then we need to involve everybody. And here we need a strong trade union movement. So therefore, I would really like to focus on supporting our constituencies in all the countries and around the world to work together with them. I think social dialogue, the voice of workers and of social partners is really essential to shape this process. Secondly, I think we achieved a lot already in the ILO. I just remind you on the Global Coalition for Social Justice. Under my leadership in the European Economic and Social Committee, we have been the first EU institution joining this coalition because we saw it from the very beginning that it is important to set this strong signal that the ILO is really the core institution to make sure that social justice will be a reality around the world. And we could also see just recently at the Second World Social Summit in Doha and in the declaration that we made a lot of achievements and progress. But now it's important to implement it And my team and myself, we will definitely work on this and we will support the ILO and the whole office.
Thank you very much, Oliver, for this insightful conversation. It has been really a pleasure for us. I think we will continue on this conversation next time. To our audiences who are watching or listening, stay tuned for the latest news and update for workers from the ILO. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you very much.